Hi children, good morning. In this lesson we are going to discuss about a new topics, that is Earth as a planetary body and the evolution of the Earth. Before going to discuss about our topics, we should recall what we have learnt in the previous video. Dear children, what we have discussed in the previous video? We have discussed some thousands of years ago, the people thought that the earth was firm and stationary and all others went round it. And we also discussed after 15th century the idea was changed. The scientists came up with a new understanding, that is heliocentrism. According to heliocentrism, the earth is not in the middle of the solar system and that it is actually moves around the sun. And we also discussed that the sun is a star. So stars are actually part of galaxies and there are millions of galaxies in the universe. And we also discussed that the universe itself came into existence some 13.7 billion years ago with a big bang. Dear children, in this lesson we are going to discuss about Earth as a planetary body and the evolution of the Earth. Let us start our lesson. Earth as a planetary body. We have already discussed about our solar system. We knew there are 8 planets in our solar system and the sun is the center of the solar system. And we also knew that the earth is the third planet after Mercury and Venus. Our planet earth has only one natural satellite, that is the moon. Why the earth is called a planetary body? The most recent definition of a planet was adopted by the International Astronomical Union in 2006. According to IAU, a planet must be orbit a star that is in our solar system around the sun. It must be big enough to have enough gravity to force it into a spherical shape. And it must be big enough that its gravity cleared away any other objects of a similar size near its orbit around the sun. So our earth satisfied above the criteria, so that's why the earth is considered as a planet in the solar system. We also knew that the earth has 2 movements. The 2 movements of the earth are rotation and revolution. I am repeating once again, the earth has 2 movements. Those are rotation and revolution. Dear children, what is called rotation? Rotation means the earth moves around itself on its own axis. It turns itself on its own axis. So this is called rotation of the earth. I am repeating once again, rotation of the earth. Dear children, you know very well our earth rotates from west direction to east direction. That is why the sun rises in the east and sets in the west every day. And we also knew that because of this earth rotation, the day and nights are forming on this earth. At what speed the earth is rotating on its axis? Dear children, the earth is rotating on its axis at the speed of 1000 miles per hour or 1640 kilometers per hour. That means the earth is rotating at the speed of 460 meters per second. That means the earth is spinning from one point to another point in a second 460 meters. In 1 second, the earth is spinning 460 meters. So the earth spins on its axis with the speed of 1640 kilometers per hour or 460 meters per second. The earth takes 1 day to complete one rotation itself. So that means 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4.09053 seconds to complete one round itself. So the earth rotates on its axis in 23 hours, 56 minutes and 4.09053 seconds. The another movement of the earth is revolution. What is called a revolution? Revolution means our planet Earth goes around the sun in a definite way. So this is called revolution of the earth. So the earth spins itself and goes around the sun. So this is called revolution of the earth. So the earth rotates on its own axis and goes around the sun in a definite orbit. So orbit means the path or way of the planet Earth. So our planet Earth moves in a definite way. The way is called orbit of the Earth. This Earth's orbit is on a uniform plane, which is called the plane of the orbit. Here the plane means a place. Every year the earth rotates around the sun in a definite way in the same place. So the place is called plane of the orbit. Dear children, observe the picture carefully which is given in our textbook. In this picture, there are three models A, B and C. These three models are showing the orbit of the earth around the sun. Which one do you think is the correct picture? A or B or C? Actually, the earth's orbit is nearly circular as shown figure C. The figure C representing the earth's orbit correctly and accurately. Earth's orbit is not perfect circle, it is scaled circle. Scaled circle means the earth is one side far and one side near. So one side is 1.4 centimeters and the other side is 1.5 centimeters. This shape is also called elliptical shape. The earth's orbit shape is elliptical. So the earth goes around the sun in a elliptical shape. So the earth orbit is elliptical shape. Dear children, do you understand about the elliptical shape? If you don't, I will explain. When the earth moves around the sun, the distance is not same throughout the year. The earth comes very close to the sun some days and it goes very far in some other days. So this is called elliptical shape. The earth's orbit is not perfect circle, it is elliptical shape. The distance between the earth and the sun is not same throughout the year. It will change from time to time. When the earth comes very close to the sun, it is the shortest distance. The shortest distance is 147 million kilometers. It is the nearest distance from the sun. And when the earth goes very far from the sun, the distance is 152 million kilometers. It is the farthest distance between the sun and the earth. So the nearest distance from the sun is 147 million kilometers and the farthest distance is 152 million kilometers. So the average distance between the sun and the earth is 149.5 million kilometers. So the average distance is 149.5 million kilometers. These nearest and farthest points are called with different names. The farthest distance between the sun and the earth is called aphelion and the nearest distance is called perihelion. Apa means very far and peri means very near. Helion means the sun, we knew already. Every year aphelion occurs January 3rd and perihelion occurs June 4th every year. So aphelion is the point of the earth's orbit that is the farthest away from the sun and perihelion is the point of the earth's orbit that is the nearest to the sun. What is the length of the earth's orbit around the sun? Do you know, children? The length of the earth's orbit is 940 million kilometers. So the earth moves around the sun 940 million kilometers. To complete 940 million kilometers of distance around the sun, the earth travels at a speed of 107,200 kilometers per hour. That means approximately 30 kilometers per second. So the earth revolution speed is 107,200 kilometers per hour or 30 kilometers per second. Dear children, we may confuse the speed of the rotation and the speed of the revolution. The earth moves on its axis at the speed of 1640 kilometers per hour. At that speed, the earth completes one rotation in a day. And the earth travels around the sun with a speed of 107,200 kilometers per hour. So the rotation speed is 1640 kilometers per hour and the revolution speed is 107,200 kilometers per hour. At that great speed, the earth takes 365 whole 1/4 days to complete one revolution around the sun. So this is called a year, as we know already. That means the earth revolves around the sun exactly in 365 days, 5 hours, 59 minutes and 16 seconds. So the earth completes one revolution around the sun in a year. Dear children, if the earth do not rotates on its axis, what will happen? Yes children, there are no days and nights. As like that, if the earth do not revolves around the sun, what will happen? If the earth do not revolves around the sun, there were no seasons, as we know already. So there is no summer, no rainy season, no winter season, anything is not there. Obviously, there were no seasons occurred on this earth. Dear children, why are the seasons changing on the earth? What are the reasons for the changing of the seasons? Seasons are caused by the earth's revolution around the sun as well as the tilt of the earth on its axis. Dear children, what we have understood? For the changing of seasons, earth revolution and tilt are the main reasons for the changing of seasons. Dear children, I think you have one doubt. What is called tilt of the earth, sir? Isn't it? Yes children, I knew that. We discussed already the earth is rotating on its axis. We thought the Earth is rotating 90 degrees on its axis when we compare with the plane of the orbit, but it is not the correct. Actually, the Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees less. That means the Earth is bent one side. That means the Earth is inclined 23.5 degrees as compared to 90 degrees. This tilt and the revolution around the sun are the main causes for the formation of seasons on this earth. Dear children, what we have discussed till now? We have discussed about earth as a planetary body. Once again, recall what we have understood. We have understood that the earth is the third planet in the solar system and it has two movements. They are rotation and revolution around the sun. And the earth takes 1 day to complete a rotation, and it also takes 365.256 days to complete one revolution around the sun. And the revolution around the sun and the tilt of the earth axis are the main reasons for the changing of the seasons. Dear children, how our earth is formed? When it was started forming in the universe, do you know? Don't know? So let's discuss how our earth is formed. No one knows what happened in the past, how this earth was created, who created, when created. There are so many doubts. So scientists are still trying to find out the answers. Scientists are still debating about our earth. We do not know still how and when our earth was formed, but most of the scientists are believed that the earth began to form around 4.5 billion years ago. That means our earth began to form around 450 crore years ago. The earth has reached its present form through several phases. See children, this is our present earth which we are living on it. To reach its present position, present form, earth has changed many times. From the beginning of the time to present day, there were many actions were going on inside the earth and outside the earth. There are several phases in the evolution of the earth, in the origin of the earth. Our earth story begins from the solar system when it was started. Actually, our earth was started forming after the sun. First we should know how our sun was formed. Let's discuss what is that story. Dear children, some billion years ago, there was no solar system in the universe. There is a dust particles, space rocks, different gases are there. All are gathered at one place and started rotating itself. Especially different gases like hydrogen and helium accumulated one by one and gathered lot of gas at the center and started swirling itself. So this is called nebula. The sun and the rest of the solar system formed from this nebula. This nebula spun very faster and faster and flattened into a disk. After some million years, this nebula collapsed because of its overwhelming gravity. In this process, most of the materials like hydrogen, helium and other gases pulled to the center, attracted to the center. The materials which are pulled towards the center formed a huge hot ball. So this is our sun, the center of the solar system. So the sun is formed from this nebula. When the sun was born, at the beginning stage, it was spun very faster and faster. It has a great force. By that force, all the materials which are there around the sun, the dust particles, gases, asteroids, comets, and space rocks, all are thrown into the space with a great speed. All these materials are called planetesimals. The planets which we are seeing today in the solar system are formed with these planetesimals. Our planet Earth is one of them. Now we shall discuss how our planet Earth was formed. Let us start. So the sun was formed from this nebula some billion years ago. The moment ago we discussed that the Earth began to form around 4.5 billion years ago with these planetesimals. We discussed already the leftover materials after formation of the sun is called planetesimals. These planetesimals gathered at one place and started rotating in the universe. So one by one, the gas, asteroids, comets, huge rocks, space rocks, all are gathered at one place and started swirling on its axis. And it was also started revolving around the sun. Some million years after, the swirling dust-stained clouds transformed into a huge hot gas ball. It was spun very faster and faster and faster. At this stage, the earth was very hot and spun very faster. When it was rotating itself, the gravity was pulled all the materials towards the center. The rocks, huge rocks, were attracted to the center of this swirling dust. So it was started swirling itself with a great speed. In that speed, heat was generated, and the heat is thousands of millions of degrees Celsius. At this stage, the earth was too hot. All the materials which are there inside the earth all were melted. Now the earth was changed into a molten stage. Molten means nothing but liquid. Now the earth is in the liquid huge ball. Million years after, the space rocks, huge rocks which are there around this liquid ball, they also came and joined with this hot liquid ball. The huge rocks collided with each other and bombarded the hot liquid earth with great force. Bombarded means at this stage, inside the earth, there are heavier particles and lighter particles. The heavier particles went inside the earth, that means center of the earth, and the lighter particles come outside the earth, that means they settled as a layer of the earth. For example, while we are preparing a vegetable soup, all the vegetable pieces tend to go to the bottom and the lighter particles come to the top side. So as like vegetable soup, so the heavier particles went inside the earth and the lighter particles come outside the earth, that means as a layer. Some million years later, the earth was slowly and steadily cooled down. When the earth's surface started cooling slowly and steadily, the first layer of the earth started forming into a crust. So the crust was formed and at the same time the mantle and the core were also formed inside the earth slowly and steadily. But at this stage, the earth was too hot inside. The actions were going on still today. At this stage, the earth's core was settling down slowly and steadily. It was started pulling all the materials which are around the core. The crust layer materials were also pulled towards the center of the core. So that's why the earth's crust is not even, it is uneven. The shape of the crust is not flat. So there are ups and downs. When the earth crust was pulled by the core, there were wrinkles formed. The wrinkles were formed on the crust. Wrinkles means creases, foldings. That means there are ups and downs. High areas and low areas are formed on this earth crust. The low areas are called basins. The high areas are called ridges. These ridges were changed into mountains. And there are also low areas. These low areas are called basins. These basins were filled by rainwater in the latter years. Presently, we are calling them as oceans. Dear children, at this stage, the earth was empty. There was no atmosphere, no water, no plants, no life. There was nothing on this earth. Water vapor and crystals, ice crystals. So millions of comets bombarded this earth. When these materials bombarded by this earth, the atmosphere was formed on this earth. At the initial stages, the atmosphere was full of different gases. There was no oxygen at that time. The oxygen came into existence some million years later. When this earth bombarded by millions of comets, the ice particles are mixed with the earth. At that time, the earth was too hot. By that hot, all the dust particles and ice crystals oceans. After formation of the atmosphere and the hydrosphere, the biosphere was started on this earth. Many scientists were accepted by their experiments. The life appeared in the oceans. The first life was started in the oceans. Slowly, plants and birds and insects and so many other creatures were appeared on this earth. And the human beings, we knew already the human beings were started their life on this earth over 1 lakh years ago. We have already discussed in this lesson. Dear children, till now we have discussed about Earth as a planetary body and the movements of the Earth and the evolution of the Earth. That means the origin of the Earth. I hope you understood very well. Thank you.